McCarthy. I'm a ceramic bead artist and my company is called Firefly Design Studio. I'm from Port Charlotte, Florida, and I've been a vendor with Intergalactic Bead Shows for about 5 years now. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I make my ceramic beads, and at the end of my short video I'm going to show you a really fun necklace that I made highlighting my ceramic beads. It all starts out with ceramic clay. This is a little piece that I've cut off of a 25-pound block. So once I cut off this piece of clay, down here is my slab roller, and I roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick, and that's when I start to make my beads. And I use a lot of different techniques. Some of my favorites are with rubber stamps. I'll put the clay on top of that and then I'll roll it out with a tennis ball and get a really great impression. Then I can use cookie cutters of any size to get a standard shape that I want to use. I can then put a hole in the clay or a wire while the clay is still wet, and that's the beginning of a great pendant. I also hand roll my beads, and that's a really fun way to get some great rounds, squares, tubes, other great shapes. Other things I like to do are use press molds. This is a little mermaid, for example. Once I put the clay in there and I roll it out to get the impression, then I use an X-Acto knife to carve around it, and after I clean it with different kinds of files or other kinds of tools to get the sharp edges off, it's fired twice, and then something like this comes out that looks really fun. And this is one of my most popular pendants, a mermaid. Another neat way to make a ceramic bead is with a rubber stamp. This is a paisley, and you press it into the clay. You can make holes or put your wires in. After you clean it, fire it, and then glaze it and fire it again, you get a really fun pendant that looks like this. Different kinds of glazes. This is an underglaze, and the color that you see in the bottle is the color that fires. This stays where you put it, meaning the glaze isn't in it yet. It's an underglaze. So after you maybe draw some circles or do some fun shapes, after it dries, then you have to use what's called a glaze to just give it a nice shine. So this is a 2-paint process. But my favorite way to glaze my beads are with glazes that already have the shine or the matte finish in it. This is one of my favorites. It's called Mocha Marble. It comes out with nice browns and blues, but you can see it looks gray now, so that's the fun part, is you get a fun surprise when you open the kiln. So that's a quick little overview about how I make my beads, and then I'm going to take you over here to my mannequin. This is one of my newest necklaces that I've made. You can see some of my ceramic beads here. I've done a fun little chain design with some wood and gemstone beads with some layering. So you can see that using ceramic beads in your design can give you a really unique look. So I really encourage you to come and meet me at the Florida shows, sometimes the Atlanta show, and whatever shows you go to, visit the artists and see their work. You get some great unique pieces. Thank you so much.